Hello, guys. It's Bob. Welcome once again to Modern Life for the 70s Mind. And since it's Wednesday, Bob's Cabinet of Curiosities. If you follow me, you know that I collect a lot of stuff, and a lot of it's music related, old stuff, vintage stuff you just don't see anymore. Not everything I collect is music related, but a lot, probably 70, 80%. So I try going over some stuff that I pull out of my pile here, and as I've said before, it is literally a pile of stuff. And my way of working through the pile is put a video, because once I put it on video, I'm boxing it away and I won't have to look at it for quite a while. So today we're going to talk about keeping records clean. And the best way to do that was with a record brush or a pad cleaner, whatever you wanted to call them. It's basically just like a soft brush. You would put a little liquid on it, or you could do it dry. And as the turntable turned, you would put this brush on the record, and by just the fact that it's turning, it would hit this brush and the dust would pick up and stick to the brush. And that's how you would keep your records clean. Now, if you're really fancy and if you were looking to get like a top manufacturer, a top name, a top brand of a record cleaner, you would have gotten the DiscKit. This is the kit that anyone that was real into records and keeping them clean, this is the kit you got. Now, I did take it out of the box so we could see it, and it looked like this. So it contained a number of things. It contained the brush. This is the brush I was talking about. Here's the liquid. I have a couple extra liquids that I just stick in here. Those really didn't come with the kit, but it came with the liquid. It came with a needle brush and I call it the brush. It's the brush for the brush. So let me go over these real quick one at a time for you. The first thing I'll go over, obviously, which is the thing that everybody wanted, was the pad cleaner or the record brush. What you would do is you would take the liquid, you would put it on the leading edge, just do like a bead of liquid along the front. As the record's turning, you would put this on the record, and then as it spins, you would just kind of slowly go like that, and it would pick up all the dust off the record. To clean it, I don't know if this is the right way to do it. I would just go on my shirt and then go the opposite direction, and everything would come off. It'd be perfect. If you needed a little extra cleaning, that's where this brush would come in. You could brush it and keep this clean, and probably keep the bristles on there a little softer as well. So that's what that was for. Now, this liquid was also used with the needle cleaner. Now, the needle cleaner itself is housed in a little wooden thing, which is kind of cool. And on one side, it's some very tight bristles. And I would just put a drop of liquid on that, and I would rub it against, although I only did one direction, against the needle. And since this is so tight, it was really good at picking up any dust that you might have collected on your needle. And then on the flip side, back when I could see close, this had a little mirror on it, and you could actually stick this under the needle, and you could see up close whether there was any more dust on it or if you got it all. So this was actually something I used quite a bit, because I remember there were times I would play a record, and if I didn't brush it, by the time I lifted a needle, it was almost like a Q-tip end on the end of that thing. There was so much dust on it. It was crazy. And then the coolest part of this entire kit, and this is the thing when you had friends over, you wanted to put this front and center so they could ooh and ah over it. It was a zero stack gun. Like balloons, if you take a balloon and rub it against your shirt, you could stick it on a wall, it'll stick from the static electricity. Well, records, as they were played, would collect static as well. And what that does, it attracts dust, it attracts dirt, and then you're going to be using this record needle cleaner to try to clean all that stuff off your needle. So what this would do, you would put it, I think it was like several inches, if I remember right, from the record, and you would slowly push the trigger, and what that would do, it would generate positive ions. Don't ask me about science. I'm not a scientist. I'm a finance major. That's as far as I go. When you release it, I did know it gets the negative ions flowing. So between those two actions of pressing it and releasing it, it would clear the static electricity off the record. And like I said, that would eliminate dust collecting easily on the record. Not that you wouldn't still get some, but it wouldn't be attracted so much to it. I don't know if these worked. I used them all the time, and I never really had a dust problem, so I'm going to guess that they did, and I really liked them. Now, I talked about the brush. Advertisers actually realized how everyone was using these brushes, so they came out with their own little round brushes like this. And on the flip side, they would put their advertising. Like, here's a duotone. Duotone was real popular with record adapters. There was one style of record adapters that Duotone came out with and got a patent on, and those were extremely popular, and this is the same company. So they came out with a brush. This one is from a place called Scranton Talk. It looks like it's some headquarters for some radio station or something. And this one had Bing Crosby on the other side, which was kind of cool. These have actually become somewhat collectible now, only because they don't make them anymore. I have actually seen one thing that was kind of interesting. It was a little circular something jar or something of record needles in it, the old long ones, the heavy duty ones. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about, but this part was actually the lid for the needles. So when you unscrewed the lid, you had the cleaner here and the needles. I thought it was just kind of an ingenious way to get an extra little, little perk out of your needles when you bought them. So I like that. I think that's it. The only other thing I can say is this kit did come with a cover. So when it was sitting at home, it would look like that. So yeah, it was fun. And like I said, I guess it worked because I never really had a big problem with dust or static or anything like that. So we're going to go with it. It worked. All right, guys. I'd love to hear if you have any stories similar to this, if you used it and what your experience was with them. Please make the comments below. Please like and subscribe my channel, and links for all my stuff is down below, especially that if you're interested in that book with the record adapters, that'll be in a merchandise link below as well. All right, guys. Have a great day. Catch you next Wednesday. Peace out. Bye-bye.